Selling a business contract. So you probably know that when you sell a business, you need some type of contract or purchase agreement. But did you know that there's several different types of purchase agreements depending on the structure of the sale? Now, what I mean by that is sometimes when you sell a business, you're mainly just selling the assets of the business, or the assets of the business and maybe potentially certain liabilities. For example, you may be selling equipment, vendor list, existing contracts, accounts receivable, and also potentially the buyer may be willing to take on certain loans or other liabilities of the company. That's your standard asset purchase, which would use an asset purchase agreement. Other times, and in certain instances, a company or a person will actually buy the business itself, meaning they're buying out all the stockholders, or if you're a limited liability company, all the membership unit holders. So in this instance, they're actually buying the company, meaning the shares, the stock, are being transferred from the company to the buyer. So it's a complete company takeover. And these agreements are structured differently than an asset purchase agreement. Another option is buying just certain assets, right? So you might be buying specific assets of the business, but leaving certain assets within the original business. Now, there's many other ways these can be structured, and oftentimes it comes down to what's the best for tax reasons, for liability reasons, especially liability reasons for the buyer. You know, when you're taking on a company, the whole company itself, it's much different than just an asset sale. So things like this, you're going to want to discuss with a tax professional or a lawyer to make sure that the sale is structured the best way for you. You know, none of us want to take on extra tax liability if we don't have to. We definitely don't want to take on extra liability, period, right? So it's super important that you find out what the best way is to structure the sale before you decide on the type of business contract to use. I hope this helps.